Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be going over some roster cuts that Nick Caserio made. Just yesterday, Texans cut offensive guard Zach Fulton. He had a 3.75 million salary cap figure and was due a 1 million roster bonus on March 22nd. And so cutting him saved us around $3 million. And then just today we cut Darren Fells, tight end Darren Fells, and we save around $2.3 million. And so, to me, my initial reactions were these were kind of expected, given all of the recent trades that Nick Caserio has made for the O line, and signings for the O line, getting guys like McCray, and then Cannon. It seems like he's trying to re-engineer this line, kind of cutting guys who were not as productive last season, and obviously Fulton was one of them. And then Darren Fells, he's as good as he was for the Texans. His age is kind of catching up, and he's 35, and he doesn't really make sense on this team at this moment. So, what are your initial reactions to these roster changes?
They are moves that had to be made. Zach Fulton really was not the best. I mean, during his entire career with the Texans, he was perfectly fine before we signed him. Everybody was excited to get him. He just didn't play like we all expected him to be. And saving $3 million in cap space is, considering all the moves we made, we kind of had to make that move. So basically, with him being cut, the right guard spot's going to come down to, in my opinion, either Marcus Cannon or even Tyus Howard, depending on the James Campbell's decision on who's going to play at right tackle with either Cannon or Howard. And the rest of the offensive line should be like Tunsil, Sharping, Justin Britt, and those two guys. And then on the other side, we had Darren Fells, who got cut. Also, like you said, him being 35 didn't help at all. We're going to have some young tight ends that we have Kahale Waring, Farrell Brown, and Jordan Akins, who all deserve opportunities. And they all have a little bit different traits than Darren Fells will. Kahale Waring and Jordan Akins are definitely great route runners, deep threats that can make plays, and Farrell Brown's a great blocker, very physical and fast that can make more plays than a guy like Darren Fells.
Yeah, and like you said, there's three guys that are younger than Darren Fells on the roster, so he kind of became one of those easy choices to make about cap casualties. But Darren Fells was great when he was here, especially his first years here. He was a really good red zone target for Deshaun Watson. Everyone expected him to be a blocking tight end, but he somehow became a really good red zone threat, and which is a good sight to see from Darren Fells, and hopefully some other team picks him up because he definitely deserves to be on the team for sure. But yeah, anything else you want to add about these moves?
Yeah, I wish the best for Darren Fells for the rest of his career. He was really productive. He had 8 touchdowns 2 seasons ago, and I believe he only had 3 this season. That's okay. I think he'll find a really veteran quarterback that he can help out in the red zone, and hopefully he'll win a ring. Zach Fulton, on the other hand, I'm not sure he'll necessarily be a starter on another team, but we wish the best for him in his career, and hopefully he lands on his feet.
And in other news, the Texans actually are releasing veteran punter Bryan Anger, who was due to make $2.5 million in 2021, and this move pretty much saves us $2,083,000 in cap, which is, I guess I can see why Caserio did it, but it's kind of funny considering we're probably going to be punting a lot next season, but who knows what the Texans will do on the whole quarterback situation front. But some stats about Bryan Anger. His longest punt was 67 yards, and he averaged 46.4 yards per punt, which is pretty decent stats. But at the same time, he only had 19 of his punts land within the opponent's 20-yard line out of 54 punts. So we can find similar production elsewhere, and this move kind of makes sense cap wise. And so, what are your initial thoughts to this move too?
I genuinely did like Bryan Anger a lot. He was a really, really, really good punter. Assuming most people would consider him a top 10 punter around the league. But I mean, we're gonna have to understand that was $2.5 million, and I really don't think a punter has to be paying that much money. I mean, also probably can't afford that too. So, I fully expect Bryan Anger to find another team to play for. Hopefully, gets on a contender, just like our boys Fulton and Fells. Hopefully, they find a good team to go to. And otherwise, I really don't know what the Texans are going to find as their punter. Maybe they look into the draft. Maybe they look for someone in free agency, but we'll see in the coming days.
Yeah, maybe Cam McGregor could take Anger's spot, considering he has a hell of a leg too, and kind of saves two positions with one stone. But it'll be interesting to see who we get for punter. I don't think there's anyone else on the depth charts for punter wise, but yeah, I think any final thoughts on Bryan Anger?
I guess we'll just have to wait and see the Texans' next punter is. But yes, Bryan Anger is a very good punter. So if your team is looking for a punter, Bryan Anger is definitely gonna be one of the better ones in free agency.
Yeah, and that pretty much wraps up the video. Let us know your thoughts are on these roster cuts, and as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.